Welcome back to Rocket Radio. It's Brad Maybe, and I'm hanging out with the gentleman from Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. To my left, John, the drummer. In the middle, the best name in rock and roll, sir, Duke Kitchens.
Howdy.
And, of course, Ronnie Winter. How's it going, gentlemen?
It's going great. Don't forget, actually, his name is John Wayne Kitchens, which is why we call him Duke.
Oh, that was going to be one of my questions.
A whole other level.
Is Duke a nickname, or is that on your birth certificate?
No, that is a nickname.
So your name is John Wayne?
Yes.
Do you know half the guys that are named John Wayne somehow go crazy and murder people?
That's what I hear. They're like serial killers.
Like Gacy.
Yeah, Gacy and someone else. There was another, and John Wayne Bobbitt. So it's either go crazy and kill people or have your cock cut off.
Let's go with the you killing of people.
Or why don't you do both?
Just want to play guitar.
Just want to play guitar.
You just want to play guitar. All right, well, that's awesome. Let's talk about playing guitar. Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. Are you guys on the road? What are you guys doing right now? How's your summer going?
We're actually just finishing up touring since basically December. We did a whole world tour: Japan, Australia, Singapore, Philippines. Came back to the States, went into Canada, and we're on our way home. So we're just, I don't know. I think I'm going to catch a good tan in the next couple of weeks. And,
so you're wrapping it up. That's great.
Yeah, take it easy.
How much more time on the road?
This is the last week. This is it. We got 2 shows left. One tonight, one tomorrow. Well, actually 3, and then we have one in our hometown I forgot about.
I was going to say, you're going to close out with the big hometown show?
Yep. We're ending it at University of North Florida, which I actually went to for 1 semester before I spent all my money on Smirnoff Ice. Remember that stuff when it came out?
It's still out.
Yeah, but when it came out.
Oh, that was it? I used to drink a lot of Zima.
That was the jam. Oh, same thing. Yeah,
I was really into Zima for like 2 years, and I was the biggest homo in my clique of friends. They all made fun of me, but I loved it.
Hey, you know what? It's you got to step it up to beer. You know, you have to kind of figure it out what you like. So, for me, it was that.
Wow, was there a line? Did you see the movie Beer Fest?
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't they make a Smirnoff Ice?
I don't
reference
know.
The German guys were making fun of them. Why don't you go back to your America with your Smirnoff Ices?
Yeah, they did. That's a good movie. I saw it in the theaters.
Bring the bolt.
Wasn't as good as Super Troopers.
I actually think Club Dread is the best Broken Lizard.
I walked out of the theater on that one.
No,
that was the worst one.
Pina Coladasburg, dude. That's the funniest thing every time I think about it. No. A disgruntled wannabe Jimmy Buffett. Crazy and murder people. That's a brilliant storyline.
We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one there. So, all right, so tour's wrapping up. Then what's downtime for you guys? Do you all go your separate ways, or do you live in the same house and see each other every day still?
Most of us go our separate ways. Me and Duke bought a house together, so we live together, but everybody else, we don't really see them very often.
So, and then what do you spend, like good 3-4 months apart, and then the urge to get back together starts...
We've actually never had more than 3 weeks off in the past like 4 years, so that would be awesome. But we'll probably try to take as much time as possible off and then just see what happens. What's
the what's the writing process? When does that start? You guys, have you been writing all year on the road, or?
This last break, actually, a couple of us had an opportunity to get together a week or 2 before we left, and we banged out a lot of songs really quickly. So. Hopefully we can keep riding that wave. We're pretty much 75% done with writing the music to our new album already. So definitely well on our way, enjoying a lot of the new music. We've been jamming it and passing it around and just getting everybody's vibe on it. We'll probably get together and start jamming that 7 to 10 song playlist in the next couple of months and hopefully record, I would say, in the next 6 months.
Some working titles, please?
Working titles. Killing Beers is one. Killing Beers. What else? All the other ones are kind of goofy named.
Yeah.
You like Get Me High is one.
Well, you know, we are in the age of goofy name songs. So, I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of anymore.
But I mean goofy, like all of them involve our own names in them because it's who initiated the riff or whatever. Okay. So it's like...
Matt's idea.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to make it to the album called... Actually, Fuck It's Hot would probably be a great...
Yeah.
Like well, the last really track.
But that's because it was 110 in Florida and we had no AC and we were like, fuck, it's hot.
Is that the chorus?
No, it has
give me a little of the chorus. Oh.
No.
There's nothing.
No words yet.
Oh. So there's no lyrics for any of them, or?
The 1 or 2 that I have, there are, but we do things like, every song's different. Every time we write a track, it's different. It depends on where it came from. I do a lot of the lyrics, so if I happen to bring a song to the table, then usually the lyrics are ready, but if it's not that scenario, then they're never ready until the last. I wait until, you know, we change songs 9, 10, sometimes 11, 12 times before we actually record them. So instead of writing one line and being like, this is it, I'm not changing it, and then the song changes 7 more times, and then it doesn't even fit anymore.
Yeah.
I just wait, you know, and I'll have kind of a melody that I'll fumble through, and I'll tell everybody what I think I might sing about, and they kind of give me the thumb up or the thumb down. I ride with that or I don't, and then other than that, there's some songs where I'm not even in the room, and they just jam it out completely on their own, and then I get a recording of it later. Or there's some songs I'll jam out on my own and send them recordings of later. So every track's different, and we try not to do it the same way every time, because I feel like that's when it gets cookie cutter and that's when it gets obvious.
Yeah, definitely. And you don't want to fall on any traps or...
Well, we just don't want to do that.
Yeah, and bands even have their own cliches or their crutches that they fall back on, which is funny because it's that thing where a band does a record and everyone loves it, and then the next one doesn't sound anything like it because the band wanted to grow, and everyone complains, oh, well, it doesn't sound like the last record. And then when bands do that and all the records sound the same, it's just they're getting lazy and their songwriting is just going to shit.
Well, everyone's a critic, dude. You know,
and I am the worst critic, and I don't know how many times, and maybe you guys have done this with other bands, like your favorite band puts out a record, and you're like, what a pile of shit, I fucking hate it, and then 2 days later, you're 10 listens in, I'm like, this is a great fucking record. And that happens to me all the time. But initially, like when you hear something for the first time, I'm always like, oh, this is crap. And then it takes a while to get used to stuff. Do you guys have to get used to your own stuff?
I think, well, I wouldn't say our stuff now. Definitely not. Not me personally.
Nah.
But on the other hand of what you were saying, I think a lot of it has to do with how you discover the music. If it's already huge and somehow you missed the bandwagon, a lot of times you might feel resentful and be like, oh, well, I'm not into this new album because I didn't even know it was out, and there's already billboards up, and the video's been out and been #1 for 3 weeks, and you're seeing people sing the song who you've never seen be down with that band before, so you're like, oh, well, I don't like the direction they're going in. But if you happen to be, you know, you are on the certain secret street team club that heard this song 6 months before, and you had, you know, creative input on the video because you paid attention to the web blog, you're gonna love the track because you decided to be that interested. So I don't know. I think a lot of it we control. We just don't realize it. You know,
it was funny because we were talking earlier outside the studio, and I had mentioned the first time I'd heard your band's name, it was at a Christmas party a few years ago, and I was talking to an intern that did A&R for a record label. And it was just like, oh, what are you guys listening to? Because like they would just spend their days on MySpace or just on different music sites listening to unsigned bands that no one ever heard of. And there was this young lady, and she was just like, you got to listen to Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. You got it. And I think I just went to your MySpace page, listened to a couple songs, and then 6 months later, you guys were huge. And I felt lucky because I was in on the ground floor, and I got to enjoy you guys before the world did. And it's always that little secret you want to hold on to as long as you can. And I know Fall Out Boy fans are huge like that. Like the guys that were there for the first record are a little bitter at the fans that kind of were, you know, Johnny-come-latelys.
But they shouldn't be, though, because that doesn't make any sense.
You know, it doesn't, but
if you really care about the music like you say you do, and you really care about the musicians who create the music, then you should support them, because this world is crazy and screwed up as it is. Oh, yeah. And it's hard enough to stay positive on a daily basis, even being in a rock band and writing and creating music. And when you have people who are hating you literally just because other people like you, you're wasting your time, their time, and pretty much everyone's time on this planet. Get with the program and, you know, figure out a positive way to influence somebody's life instead of being a douche.
Very good. Well spoken. And would you like to add to that, John?
I was just going to go.
Let me try that again.
Douche.
Douche. Slow that one down.
Douche is a fun word to say.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for coming in so much. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and good luck writing the album. We definitely all look forward to hearing it when it comes out.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.